Welcome back to the channel. If you've been playing Roots of Pacha, then you've probably at least dabbled a bit with the fishing minigame, and there's a lot of things the game does not outright come out and explain with the mechanics of how it works, which is why I want to make this video. And at the end of the video, I talk about some great ways to make money with fishing, despite some of the more recent nerfs. And as always, before we get into the video, if you enjoy this kind of content, then please do not forget to like and subscribe, because I make a lot of this kind of content for Roots of Pacha and many other types of cozy farming sims. First thing, let's talk about some of the different fishing tools and what they do. When you're starting off, you're only really able to use the hand axe and basically caveman style rip the fish out of the water. You will eventually unlock the harpoon, which pretty much will push your fishing to the next level. The biggest upgrade with using the harpoon over the hand axe is that it increases your chances greatly of coming across higher tier fish by a pretty significant margin. For the hand axe, you cannot catch tier 4 fish, and it's a 75% chance for tier 1 fish, 23% chance for tier 2 fish, and only a 2% chance for tier 3 fish. Compared to the beast of the harpoon, you're at a 15% chance for tier 1 fish, a 60% chance for tier 2 fish, a 23% chance for tier 3 fish, and a 2% chance for tier 4 fish. A massive improvement across the board, as I'm sure you can tell. The other important thing with the harpoon is that you only use 3 stamina per fish caught, compared to the hand axe, which is 5 stamina per fish caught. This is obviously important because it lets you fish for longer without needing to recover any stamina. In the words of Billy Mays, but wait, there's more. Because the other amazing thing about the harpoon is that it automatically lowers each fish by a single bar. So fish that normally would be 3 or 4 bars with the hand axe would be 2 and 3 bars respectively. Aside from the harpoon lowering the difficulty by 1 bar, the more fish you catch, the more your knowledge will increase about that fish. And every 2 knowledge levels gained, you reduce that fish by a single bar down to a minimum of 2 bars. You sadly can't go below 2 bars because that would just be a little bit too OP. There are plans to add the fishing rod into the game, but at this time of me making the video, it actually isn't sadly in the game yet. Now, the actual process of catching a fish is pretty straightforward, but I wanted to talk about it briefly in case there was any confusion. When you put your cursor over the fish, the green arrow will grow the closer you are to the center of the circle. So if you're close to the outside of the circle, it'll only be 1 arrow and it'll go up much more slowly than in the dead center. Now when that green arrow turns yellow, it's sort of a neutral point where it's not going up or down, but more so in kind of a cooldown phase. This will usually occur after a fish swims underneath an obstruction or starts fighting and you have to move away. Now for moving away, you obviously want to move away as quickly as possible, but still staying as close to that fish as possible. To avoid having to move away as much as possible by spooking the fish, try to create as little ripples as possible by moving as smoothly as possible with the fish. Ripples will cause the fish to more likely fight back, especially with the higher tier fish. If you're trying to catch every type of fish, it's important that you pay attention to not only what season you fish in, but also where you fish. Different types of fish will spawn in different areas in the map, from the main Pacha land to the beach, savanna, and both the forest, river, and lake. And if you're searching for higher tier fish, then head to the caves where each day there will be higher tier spawns from a different biome. Specifically, the schedule is from the beach biome on Sundays, the mainland on Mondays and Saturdays, the forest lake on Tuesday, the savanna on Wednesday and Friday, and the forest river on Thursdays. Now moving on to the money making tips, if you find yourself low on stamina, do not be afraid to cook up some of your lower tier fish to eat for stamina recovery, because cooking 1 fish to eat to catch 10 more fish is certainly a better way to make more money. Now, for a while, I've been drying all my fish catches because it only took 3 hours at the time, but since then, drying has been nerfed both in contributions and in dry time, so it now takes 4.5 hours. So the best way now to make money with your fish is by fermenting or pickling if you have that unlocked. Unfortunately, getting a bunch of fermenters isn't as easy as stacking 4 fish on a dryer, and it takes 16 hours instead of 4.5, but they don't cost as much, so I recommend crafting as many as you can for the 20 wood, each requirement, and shoving all the high valued fish into there. If you have any fish left over, then smoke them for a little increase in contribution points. Anyways, I hope the video helped explain how fishing really works in game, and will make you the greatest fisherman the Pachans have ever seen. If you have any questions or if I missed anything about fishing, please leave in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time, YouTube. Peace out.